Alright, this is what I got. 2008 Kawasaki Brute Force 750. This thing was flooded. 29.5-inch Outlaws. Snorkel, radiator relocated. You got bar light. So this thing was flooded and drowned. So basically I took the motor out, took everything apart. It's right there. Drained all the oil and removed the heads, cleaned everything. There was a bunch of water in there, in the cylinders. These are the heads. I took them apart, took the valves out, and cleaned them up real nice. Put everything back together, so this should be good right there. That's the oil. Got a whole bunch of water in it. So that's what's going on. I ordered new gaskets. Should be here tomorrow, so I'm gonna put everything back together and see how it goes. There might still be some water inside there, but I don't want to take it all apart. I'm gonna try to maybe put some diesel in there and kind of rinse it out and drain it, and then fill it with oil and run it a little bit, and then change the oil again. That's gonna help get the water out, whatever is left in there. So yeah, but this thing is a beast. Lifted. You got huge tires, man. Aftermarket exhaust. Heated grips. Then I'm gonna have to clean the carb, make sure there's no dirt in there. And man, this thing got full tank of gas. I'm not sure if any water got in there or not. I really don't want to take it out and drain it, but might have to do that. Alright, here's what's going on. I got new gaskets. Installed them. There's 4 of them. There's a base and a head gasket. So basically there's base gasket right there and head gasket. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got those installed. I set the timing basically to set the timing, you find a mark in that hole that's for a rear cylinder, which is this one. And then you gotta make sure that arrow facing up, and then these lines line up with this, and then you turn this to a mark for the front cylinder and do same. So basically I'm ready to put the rocker cases on. Alright, I got the rocker cases on. Got all the bolts tightened to the specs, and I think what I'm gonna do is adjust the valves while I'm at it. So that's Dennis. He cannot wait to ride that thing. Alright, I got this thing all together, all back together. Adjusted the valves and put the covers back on, and should be ready to put back in, I guess. Alright, just got this compression tester, and I checked the compression on the motor in the cylinders. It's giving me about 45 psi. The service manual says between 36 and 66, so I guess I am in the range, a little bit on the low side, but I don't think I'm going to do anything. Just we'll see how it goes. I guess I'm gonna put it in and see if I can get it started. Okay, finally got the motor in. Still hooking up things. Still gotta put the fuel injector, hook it up, and see what happens. Alright, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got everything hooked up. See if it works. Forgot to put exhaust on. Started. I forgot to put one of the spark plugs cables on one of the cylinders. So let's try this again. That's better. Okay, this is the next day, and install the box here, and then install exhaust. So I'm gonna try to start it, see how it works. Gotta adjust the idle a little bit. Well, I got the motor running, but it's not over. Got more problems. Now there is a oil leak out of this breather hole right there. That means I have to replace the water pump seal under there. So I got that ordered, but it's not the big issue. The other thing is differential. This differential was messed up, so I took it out. It's right there. I gotta tell you, man, that was the biggest pain in the butt, taking this thing out. It wouldn't fit. I had to take all this apart, and I managed to take it out through this hole right there. This thing is on the way. But anyways, got it out, took it apart. And this gear right here, it's got a couple damaged teeth right there. So I ordered a rebuild kit, which is got new oil seals and new bearings and everything. But this thing costs $100. I don't really want to replace it. I grind it a little bit to make it better, but we'll see how it's gonna work. Alright, here's what's going on. I got a new bearing kit. Got all the bearings and all the seals for the front differential. I'm gonna put it back together. With this gear, what I did is I welded on this couple broke teeth here, and just shaped it. We'll see how it's gonna work. Basically, what was happening is it goes like that. As this turns, it would just get stuck. It would just get stuck, and the wheels wouldn't turn because of the broken teeth. So turns pretty good now. We'll see how it works. Also, I got a kit for the water pump. So I'm gonna put that in and get ready to ride. Okay, I got the differential rebuilt, ready to be installed. So I hope it's gonna take me less time to put it in, because it took me like half a day to take it out. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Meanwhile, I'm working on installing the new seal for the water pump. I had to take out the stator cover, drain all the oil, which is okay because I needed to drain the oil and put a new one in anyways. I'm gonna put that back on, and then I'll start installing the differential. Alright, finally I put everything back together, changed that seal, and installed the differential. It wasn't too bad. I was a lot faster than taking it out, but I still gotta put the clutch cover back and put all the plastics back in place, but I just wanna take it for a ride, see how it rides. Okay, well, something's not right with this thing. It doesn't have the power, backfiring and stuff. I'm gonna have to look into that, see what's going on. It might be the water inside the tank. Okay, I finally put everything back together. Here it is. Last time I tried to ride this thing, it ran like crap. It only would go 10 miles an hour, had no power. So I did not have the clutch cover on at that time. So I installed the cover, and I had the belt. The belt light was blinking right there. So I reset the belt light, and I think that was the problem. But also what I did was I removed the tank, dumped all the fuel, took out the fuel pump, cleaned everything in there, cleaned the filter for the fuel pump on the bottom, installed everything back, and it runs pretty good now. see if we can get it started. It still has the FI light blinking right there. I'm not sure what that is. Could be one of the sensors or something, but so far it runs good. I'm happy. That's my 7-year-old son.